How large does a donation have to be for an entire hospital wing to carry your name? Try record-shattering. Try career-defining. Try the Yoongi Treatment Center. Stay with me, because in the next 60 seconds you'll hear a figure so huge it made Severance Hospital rewrite its naming rules. And if the number blows your mind, wait till you learn why SUGA chose autism care. There's a personal twist almost nobody caught. More than 90% of viewers here aren't subscribed. Smash that button now or you'll miss the next story that changes lives. Breaking overnight, Yonsei University's world-famous Severance Hospital confirms that BTS rapper-producer SUGA has wired the biggest one-time donation they've recorded since opening their doors in 1885. The figure is so large, administrators fast-tracked plans for a brand-new autism spectrum disorder complex, now officially named the Yoongi Treatment Center. Translation: one check, one name, and an entire wing devoted to giving thousands of ASD patients the early diagnostics, therapy suites, and life skills programs Korea's medical system has been begging for. Why this hospital? Severance Hospital isn't just another hospital in Seoul, it's a national institution. Founded in 1885, it was South Korea's first Western-style hospital, and today it's known as the Mayo Clinic of Seoul. Why does that matter? Because this hospital leads the way in medical innovation. They've pioneered pediatric heart transplants, launched Asia's top-tier cancer trials, and consistently rank among the best for neuroscience, internal medicine, and rehabilitation research. If you're going to build something that could redefine how autism spectrum disorder is treated in Korea, this is where it starts. Now hit pause for a second. Autism spectrum disorder, or ASD, isn't rare in South Korea. In fact, at least 1 in 38 children are diagnosed with it. That's one of the highest rates in the world. But here's the crisis. Korea has only 3 major centers equipped to handle full-spectrum autism care, from diagnosis to therapy to long-term social support. That means months, sometimes even years on waiting lists. And for developing children with ASD, that's devastating, because early intervention is everything. Every month lost means fewer chances to strengthen language, behavior, and cognitive development during the brain's most adaptable phase. This isn't just a shortage. It's a ticking clock for thousands of families. And until now, nobody with real influence was closing that gap. So why did SUGA pick this cause? Hold that thought. His own lyrics might hold the answer. What the center will do. This won't be just another hospital wing. The Yoongi Treatment Center is a first-of-its-kind facility designed to walk patients through every stage of their ASD journey, all under one roof. The design? A full pipeline. From early diagnosis to occupational therapy, from mental health support for families to a job training cafe that teaches life and employment skills for young adults. It's not just treatment, it's preparation for real-world independence. We're talking about 4 entire floors and a footprint of 6,800 square meters. The goal? To help kids not only survive, but thrive. And yes, the blueprint has already begun. Target opening, late 2026. And when those doors open, it's going to redefine autism care in South Korea. The unpublished number. Officially, the amount remains undisclosed, but hospital insiders, speaking off the record, say Yoongi's donation tops 10 billion won. That's over $7.2 million in one go. To put it in perspective, that's twice what Psy gave for pediatric cancer, and leagues beyond IU's landmark nursing scholarship fund. With this one move, Yoongi didn't just break records, he rewrote Severance's history books. Why autism? Rewind to 2018. In the stripped-down, So Far Away diary cut, Yoongi raps about being trapped in a silent world, a phrase Army sleuths have dissected for years. Rumor says those bars came from real-life stories he'd witnessed. A cousin's classroom, a friend's sibling, maybe even someone closer. Yoongi's never confirmed it. But look at the breadcrumbs. He's donated quietly to disability nonprofits since 2019. He turned birthday streams into fundraisers for sensory therapy equipment. And now, an entire autism center in his legal name. Hospital directors reveal. In a follow-up press Q&A, Severance director Dr. Lee Kong-wook shared a story few had heard. Mr. Min visited our pediatric neuro wing multiple times last winter. Quietly, no cameras, baseball cap low. He read picture books, helped with sensory puzzles, and the children started calling him Teacher Min. None of them knew he was a world-famous musician, only that he listened. Those unpublicized visits, Dr. Lee says, convinced Yoongi the hospital's autism program needed to scale from a hallway to a whole building. Think this is a one-off act of kindness? Give us 20 more seconds. Yoongi's donation timeline will blow your mind. A history of silent philanthropy. Here's the pattern nobody noticed until journalists dug through tax filings. 2019 Childhood Cancer Ward. 100 million won wired to Seoul's Kaemyeong University Dongsan Hospital. No press conference, no selfie with a giant check. Staff only learned the donor's name months later when accounting asked for a signature. 2020 COVID Frontlines. On his own birthday, he quietly transfers another 100 million won to Hope Bridge disaster relief. Purpose line on the receipt? For the nurses who can't go home. 2023 Catastrophic Floods. When monsoon rains swallow half a province, an anonymous 1 billion won arrives at the emergency fund. Internet sleuths traced the bank branch and, surprise, found Min Yoongi's manager making the deposit. Yoongi's operating code is simple. Give first, speak never. Unless shining a spotlight will unlock even more help. And tonight, that spotlight is on autism. Army reaction. Within 90 minutes of the news drop, Army turned the internet purple. 6 separate hashtags, Chauk Min Yoongi Treatment Center, Chask Agus Donates, Hats Proud of Yoongi, and more, landed in X's global top 10. Brazilian and Filipino fan unions launched the 3.09 challenge, micro donations of $3.09, a nod to Yoongi's March 9th birthday. Korean cafes flashed QR codes, promising a free purple latte for anyone who uploaded a donation receipt to Severance's fund. In just 4 hours, the hospital's public donation page logged more than 32,000 new gifts, some as small as $1, others topping 1,000, every entry tagged for Yoongi. Army didn't just trend words, they turbocharged the mission, proving that one artist's kindness can mobilize a worldwide safety net in real time. Severance Hospital Dr. Lee Kang-wook, hospital director, we originally budgeted this autism center for 2030 after 5 more rounds of fundraising. Min Yoongi's donation slashes that timeline by 5 years. Ground breaks next spring. The first patients will walk through our doors before the end of 2026. Behind him, architects unveil a fast-tracked construction schedule, red lines striking through 2030 and stamping 2026 in bold. HYBE official release, printed on crisp letterhead, signed by CEO Park Ji-won. SUGA's wish is simple, that every child on the spectrum has a place to dream, learn, and laugh without limits. HYBE will continue supporting partnerships that turn his private hopes into public change. A footnote confirms HYBE will match employee donations up to 500 million won, doubling the impact and tying the entire company to the project. In one stroke, a hospital gets a 5-year head start. A corporation pledges matching funds, and thousands of future families gain a lifeline because an artist decided the word later wasn't good enough. What's next and how to help? Blueprints go public in August. Volunteer signups and microfund pages open the same week. We'll pin the official link in the comments the moment it drops. Broader ripple effect. Remember when BTS's Jin funded military families and copycat donations spiked 300%? Analysts predict Yoongi's ASD Center will trigger a healthcare philanthropy arms race. Translation: more facilities, shorter wait lists, faster innovation. One wrapper, one wire transfer, thousands of futures rewritten. That's bigger than charts, that's legacy. Question of the day: if you had Yoongi money, which cause would you fund and why? Tell us below. Best answer gets pinned. This is Idle Insider. Until the next comeback or the next act of quiet heroism, stay kind, stay curious.